Good afternoon, parents, teachers, and friends. My name is Carsun Wong, and I'm 13 years old. My topic today will be about climate change, which is the 13th goal of the 17 goals made by the United Nations. The brief definition of climate change action is the action we take against climate change and its effects. Has our climate change how has our climate have changed since 40 years ago? It has. Do you remember when animals were roaming around freely? The sea level wasn't high and the temperature wasn't rising. 40 years may not seem like a long time, but it's surprising how much it can be done. Why did the United Nations make the 17 goals? The 17 goals were made in 2015 to help stop poverty and ensure prosperity and to save our planet. This was aimed to be finished all by 2030. The reason why climate action has been put in place is because people has left this global crisis untreated and they are staying away from their commitment to save our Earth. During the period of 2010 to 2019, it was the warmest decade ever recorded, bringing in wildfires, hurricanes, droughts, floods, and other natural disasters. There are tons of visible effects on our environment. I will list 6 of them in this presentation. Severe weather. In 2015 to 2019, 62 out of 77 recorded events were under major human influence. There was a high percentage of heat waves since 2015. Sea levels were rising and there was more cyclones. The intensity of the disasters were increasing also. Drought, one of the greatest threats to sustainable development. In 2050, it is estimated that 75% of the population will be affected by this. It has increased by 29% since 2000. A warming, rising ocean. It is a regulator of the Earth which absorbs 30% of our carbon dioxide and 90% of the heat made by global warming. The health of the ocean is decreasing due to greenhouse gases being released to our atmosphere. It is becoming more acidic and the oxygen levels are dropping. It is also getting warmer, which kills the coral reef and increases the sea level. It also changes the ocean currents and pollution also affects it. By 2050, it is estimated that there will be more plastic than fish. Loss of species. Climate change poses a threat to all species as the temperature climbs. It is suspected that we are losing species 1,000 times faster than last time. 1 million species are at risk due of extinction right now. Extreme weather and forest fires are also a main contributor to this loss of species. Some can relocate, but some are not able to. With climate change coming, it also brings in more health risks. The biggest health risk that has become a threat to humanity is brought by climate change. Climate change are already harming health through air pollution, disease, extreme weather events, forced displacement, pressure on mental health, and increased hunger and poor nutrition. 13 million people are always affected daily, and changing weather patterns and expanding diseases and extreme weather everywhere, causing more deaths than our health system can keep up with. Poverty and displacement. Climate change increases the factor of making people into poverty. Floods will sweep away urban slums, destroying homes and livelihoods. They are often working under extreme conditions under the harsh sun. It's estimated 23.1 people on average each year are being vulnerable to poverty. What are the UN's targets for 2030? Their target is to prevent death and injuries from natural disasters and disaster risks by 2030, with strengthening our resilience and adaptiveness towards climate change. Education on climate change is also important so that we can understand and combat climate change. Here, I will list some solutions against climate change. Installing early warning systems. Installing early warning systems allows us to get informed before the disasters happen and get prepared. This has saved tons of lives, but a lot has been lost because this is an imperfect system. World Day to combat desertation and drought. This World Day is used to spread awareness about desertation and drought and to show us that it is possible to neutralize degradation. Switching to renewable and cleaner fuel for ships. Ships are 90% of the world's trade, and it's very important to us. We can't stop it because it will keep on going and it's necessary for our daily life. With majority of the ships use fossil fuels which are harmful to our oceans, but people are making cleaner, renewable energies to replace this. There's also electrical ships getting built. Switching to bikes and public transport. Switching to bikes will reduce our carbon emission and it's good for our health and fitness. And if it's a long distance ride, consider using a train or a bus. This reduces the amount of vehicles emitting gas and carbon dioxide. So what will happen in the future? In the future, our next generation will suffer even more from climate change than we are right now. They might not even have proper homes due to the harsh weathers and disasters. It's our job to prevent this from happening for our benefits. Thank you.